Alright, there were two main skills from chapter 1, evaluating expressions, and then the other one was simplifying expressions. This video will be about evaluating expressions. So, again, you write what I write. As you know, letters stand for numbers. This particular lesson is going to be a little bit long, but keep in mind it's what we covered for a month and a half, so this is going to be a very shortened version of it. Okay. Just like all the other videos up to this point, I do one, you do one. You do it exactly like I do it. Yeah? Okay. We got voila. So it's very important in algebra that you understand that this means 3 times A. In algebra, high school algebra, we want you to use parentheses to show multiplication. So A is -5, you put a -5 in here. B is 2, you put a 2 in there. And then you multiply before you add. So we're going to multiply these, and then add the results together. A lot of students were stopping at this point. Evaluate means go all the way until there's nothing left to do. It means do it in this order also. 4 steps. That's it. Do what's inside of the parentheses. Then you do the exponents, which that's coming up. Then multiply or divide. Add and subtract is last. -15 plus 8. If you're not sure, use a calculator. -7. Bam. Your turn. Minus B. Okay. When you turn this assignment in, by the way, I'm going to count this as notes and the assignment at the same time. Maybe that's what I should have been doing all along. Yeah, you learn as you go, right? Learn from your mistakes. So maybe if you guys like this style, maybe that's what we'll stick with. Yeah? Because trying to help you learn, trying to help you pass. Got to do what works for you, yeah? Works best. Okay, next example. Let's talk about exponents. A squared. So you're going to replace that A with whatever it is. It's a -5. Squared means multiplied twice. So it literally means -5 times -5, which is positive 25. Positive 25. Okay? Now you're going to try a couple of those. You're going to go B cubed. That means whatever B is, you're going to multiply it times itself 3 times. And also, by the way, if you have a fancy calculator and you write it exactly like I wrote it, which you should, okay, this is the exponent button. That means to the power of 2. Yeah, so you can do it two different ways. Alright, let me do one more example for you. B cubed. We know that B is 2, so you're going to replace the B with a 2. By the way, when you replace a letter with a number, you put that number inside of parentheses. Okay, 2 to the third power, or 2 cubed is how you say it. Look how I do this. I'm writing it exactly like I see it. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Or I could have went like this. 2 times 2 times 2. And of course you get the same thing. So the whole point of that lesson, if you missed it, was that exponent tells you how many factors there are. Please, for goodness sake, use a calculator if you're not sure. Alright, your turn. You do a couple. I would like you to do C squared, the number 6. I'm going to add a new variable up here. We're going to call it D. And we're going to say D equals negative 8. Here I want you to do D to the power of 3. Yeah? Alright. Next. Five times, that's how you say that, A minus B. 5 times A minus B. And now I know I just said that when you replace, you put it inside parentheses, but then it would be super ugly. So I'm just going to replace it without parentheses. But when there are exponents, most definitely use parentheses. No exponents, so it's going to be okay if you don't use parentheses. Okay, A is negative 5, B is 2, A is negative 5, B is 2. Use these numbers. Use whatever numbers we tell you to use, okay? PEMDAS says do what's inside of the parentheses first. So, negative 5 minus 2. If you're not sure, use the calculator. Negative 7. And then multiply last. So we did parentheses, then multiply. Parentheses, then multiply. You must do it in this order. Go that direction. You can't jump around. It's called the order of operations. Your turn. Be careful when you see negatives. That's all I got to say. Be careful when you see negatives. Voila. Number 9. Ooh, we're going to add some exponents into this. Shoot. Buckle up. We're going to go B minus C quantity squared. That's how you say it, by the way. B minus C quantity, meaning that whole quantity is like a group. Parentheses creates a group. What is B? B is 2. What is C? C is negative 4 squared. PEMDAS says do what's in parentheses first. Inside the parentheses. Do what it says. One step at a time. 2 minus negative 4. I'm not sure, you're not sure. Use a calculator. Shoot. 2 minus negative 4. Positive 6. Okay, and then 6 to the power of 2, or 6 squared. 6, oops, clear. I said type it in exactly like you see it, so I should probably follow my own advice. That looks exactly like it looks on my paper. 36. Or you could have written, you could have done this on your calculator, 2 factors of 6. Okay, your turn. A minus D quantity cubed. The answer is going to be extremely large. I hope you have a calculator. Okay, one more example. Remember, you do all this, it's going to get you to a 2. Well, this plus the next lesson will get you to a 2. Deals like this don't come along very often. It's like a clearance sale. You got to take advantage. Buy it when you see it. Otherwise, next time you go to the store, it might be gone. Okay, I'm done being stupid now. Here we go. 3 times A minus C quantity squared. Usually the exponents you deal with in algebra are going to be either a 2 or a 3, by the way. Okay. Bam. We got to replace the A with a negative 5. C is negative 4. So parentheses, or PEMDAS says do what's inside the parentheses first. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Watch this. Everything else is going to stay the same. We ain't going to worry about this. We ain't going to worry about that. We're going to worry about what's inside the parentheses because that's what it says. One step at a time. I ain't worried about this stuff. I'm a little bit cranky right now. Sorry. Sorry. Alright. Why? Because it's Saturday. 7:50 p.m. Why am I doing math right now? Because I want you to pass. That's why. Negative 5 minus negative 4 is negative 1. Okay? Now, nice thing about these, you don't have to think. It literally tells you what to do next. You will do the exponents next. Multiply is last. 3 times, oops, you can't see that, sorry. 3 times negative 1 squared. We have to do negative 1 squared first. Negative 1 squared. We ain't worried about the 3. Watch this. Shoot. 3 times. This time I'm using dot. Negative. Oh, shoot. Okay then. Where's delete? Clear. Right there. Okay. Remember, write it exactly like you see it. To the power of 2. Which just means negative 1 times negative 1, which is positive 1. Don't believe me? Just watch. Negative 1 times 2. Look at exponent 2. That means there are 2 of them being multiplied. That's what exponents mean. Exponents is just fancy multiplication. Bam. Doesn't matter if you write it like this or like this. You get that. Now, if you be lazy and you don't write it on your calculator exactly like you see it on your paper, then you're going to get the wrong answer. So don't be lazy. So this equals 1. I'm going to highlight it. Shoot. All of this equals that. Believe it or not. You just saw it with your own eyes. Look at that. Negative 1 squared equal 1. They are the same. Man, I'm super cranky. Alright, number 12. This last one for this lesson. Look at this. You just gotta do 5 problems, 6 problems. And then you're gonna be passing. Well, and the next lesson too. Don't worry, the next one not too bad. You're gonna be okay. The next one gonna be easier than this. Let me tell you. Shoot, trying to get you to the passing level. Shoot. Okay. -4 times. Let's go with D minus A quantity cubed. You're going to get a very large answer. Okay, so just be careful. When you cube, don't be afraid. For example, watch this. Let's say you got -5 to the power of 3. It's going to be a large. It's going to be a large number. Don't be afraid. And it really means -5 times -5 times -5. Parentheses mean multiply, so I ain't got to put no dot in between it. Parentheses mean multiply. Shoot. Don't be afraid of large numbers. Don't be afraid to use or check on a calculator. Yeah? You want to be right. You want to pass. You could do it.